Today I'll share powerful methods to stop chronic worrying and regain control over your anxious mind. Are you struggling with things like this? Your mind races with worst-case scenarios the moment you wake up. You replay conversations over and over, wondering if you said something wrong. You lose sleep thinking about problems that haven't even happened yet. You feel like your brain has a broken pause button, constantly spinning through what-if thoughts. If any of this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. But here's the good news. Chronic worrying isn't something you have to live with forever. The techniques I'm sharing today have helped millions of people break free from anxiety cycles and find lasting peace of mind. Let's start by understanding why your brain keeps getting stuck in worry loops. This was actually the cause that most people don't realize. Your brain is designed as a survival mechanism to anticipate and prepare for threats. In ancient times, this kept our ancestors alive by helping them spot dangers like predators. But in modern life, this protective system often becomes overactive, creating worry about unlikely scenarios like job interviews, social situations, or future events. Here's a common mistake many people make. They believe that worrying helps them prepare for problems or shows they care about important things. But research from multiple universities shows that excessive worry actually impairs your problem-solving abilities and decision-making skills. When you're caught in worry cycles, your brain gets stuck in a loop that reinforces itself. The more you worry, the more your brain thinks worrying is necessary, creating a pattern that feels impossible to break. Another failure pattern people fall into is trying to stop all worrying completely through willpower alone. This approach doesn't work because fighting your thoughts directly often makes them stronger. But there are correct methods that work with your brain's natural patterns instead of against them. Now let me introduce practical methods that can transform your relationship with worry. These aren't complicated theories, they're simple techniques you can use starting today. First, let's talk about the worry time technique. This method involves setting aside a specific 15-minute worry window each day at the same time. Throughout the day, when worries arise, write them down on a piece of paper and tell yourself, I'll think about this during worry time. During your designated worry time, review your list and allow yourself to worry fully about each item. When the timer goes off, stop worrying and move on to other activities. Research institutions have found this technique reduces intrusive worry thoughts by up to 70% within 2 weeks. The key is choosing a time when you're naturally alert but not right before bed, and sticking to the time limit strictly. For example, if you choose 3 p.m. as your worry time, every anxious thought that pops up at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., or 7 p.m. gets written down and postponed until 3 p.m. Next, practice the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding method whenever you feel worry spiraling out of control. This technique takes only 2 to 3 minutes and brings your mind back to the present moment. Start by naming 5 things you can see around you, like a blue coffee mug, a white wall, a green plant, your smartphone, and a wooden table. Then name 4 things you can touch or feel, such as the smooth surface of your desk, the soft fabric of your shirt, the cool metal of your phone, and the firm support of your chair. Continue with 3 things you can hear, like traffic outside, the hum of air conditioning, or birds chirping. Then 2 things you can smell, and finally 1 thing you can taste. The success tip here is to practice this when you first notice worry starting, not after it has already spiraled out of control. People who use this technique report immediate relief from worry spirals within minutes. The third method is progressive muscle relaxation with worry release. Find a quiet space where you can sit or lie down comfortably. Start with your toes, tense the muscles for 5 seconds, then release and notice the relaxation spreading through that area. Move systematically through each muscle group: calves, thighs, buttocks, abdomen, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, and face. As you release each muscle group, mentally release one worry or anxious thought along with the physical tension. End by taking 3 deep breaths and affirming, "I am calm and in control." This technique takes 10 to 15 minutes and works because physical tension and mental worry are closely connected. When you consciously relax your body, your mind follows. Practice this daily at the same time to train your body's relaxation response. Fourth, try the evidence examination technique. When a worry thought appears, ask yourself 3 questions. What evidence do I have that this worry is realistic? What evidence do I have against this worry? What would I tell a good friend who had the same worry? Write down your answers. Often, you'll discover that your worries are based on feelings rather than facts. For instance, if you're worried about giving a presentation, the evidence for disaster might be, "I feel nervous." But evidence against might include, "I've given presentations before and done fine, I'm well prepared, and, even if I make a mistake, people are generally understanding." The fifth method is creating a worry action plan. For each worry on your list, categorize it as either something you can control or something you cannot control. For controllable worries, write down one specific action you can take today. For uncontrollable worries, practice accepting uncertainty with phrases like, I cannot predict the future, and that's okay, or, I am doing my best with the information I have right now. This technique helps you channel worry energy into productive action instead of mental spinning. Finally, establish a calming evening routine to prevent worries from keeping you awake. 1 hour before bed, do a brain dump by writing down any concerns for tomorrow on paper. Then engage in calming activities like reading, gentle stretching, or listening to relaxing music. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. If worry thoughts intrude, remind yourself that you've already recorded them and can address them tomorrow during worry time. Let me summarize what we discussed today. First, set up a daily 15-minute worry time to contain anxious thoughts. Next, use the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique to stop worry spirals immediately. Then, practice progressive muscle relaxation to release physical tension that feeds anxiety. Fourth, examine evidence for and against your worry thoughts to challenge unrealistic fears. Fifth, create action plans for controllable worries and practice acceptance for uncontrollable ones. Finally, establish a calming evening routine to protect your sleep from worry intrusion. The most important thing is to start with just one technique that resonates with you most. You don't need to master all of these methods at once. Please begin with whichever approach feels most doable for you right now. After watching this video, please try setting up your first worry time session today. It only takes 5 minutes to choose your time and prepare a notepad for capturing worry thoughts. You might feel changes within a week of consistent practice. Remember, these aren't just theories, they're proven methods that have helped countless people reclaim their peace of mind. If today's content was helpful, please hit the like button. If you want more practical solutions for common life challenges, please subscribe to support this channel. Let's solve problems together and create lives filled with more calm and confidence. That's all for today. Thank you.